Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're with me, Mike Spiderslayer, bringing you that all important comic book review so you, the readers, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, it is hot in this garage, but I'm okay because I got my Arizona Orangeade drink, whatever it is, but it's nice, big, and cool. Is that like an official sponsor? All right. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead, issue number 129. Yeah, I totally anticipated this issue this month because I had my speculations. I predicted what was going to happen in this particular issue, and it did. And I'll explain as we go along. Um, Cover badass. I love the point of view here with Rick. You can tell it's him because he's holding his walking cane here and he sees the zombies. Really awesome. Really enjoyed the particular cover. Obviously, this book is written by Robert Kirkman. The artwork is done by Charlie Adlard, and artwork is consistent, guys. It's been consistent since issue 6 with Charlie Adlard since he's been on this book, and this is Negan here, and we get to see some zombies in this particular issue. We get to see Rick doing some battle. I mean, it has not lost a beat here. And if anything, you got to give Adlard props for changing this book around because there's been a time skip of 2 years, and you get to see maybe a little bit of any character here. You get to see probably Carl aged out of anybody in this particular issue. So they made him from this young boy to a little bit older, and now he's again this almost like this teenage boy, which is really great to see the evolution of Carl. So artwork great. What did I think about this particular story? Guys, it's really good. Things are really going to hit the fan. All Out War was kind of like just this setup or this tease, I think, of what things are to come here. Um, we get to see that based off of the last issue, Carl gets this job, and he's going to be traveling to the hilltop. And when I mean aged, this is what I mean. He looks a lot older now. So he's going to get this job at the hilltop, and he's getting ready to leave, and he's going to leave with his father. Negan's still behind bars, but we can see that Negan still has his persuasive, knows how to get to people, try to get people angry. And Rick comes downstairs to bring Negan his food, and Negan just makes these smart-ass remarks and just sits there and says, I don't know what my favorite day is. He goes, I don't know what my favorite part of the day is, or is it considered my worst part of the day? If I have to shit in the bucket, or if I get the gratification of you cleaning it up. And there was great dialogue moment there, and I'm just like, oh my god! And they're just having a match between words with each other in here. And in the end, Rick gets the upper hand because Negan's just sitting there rotting in the jail cell, and Rick is just saying, "You're never getting out of here." So as the issue progresses, you get to see Carl says his goodbyes. You get to see, you find out that Magna's walking around trying to figure out what the community's like, what buildings are what. Rick introduces her to the prison that Negan is being stayed in, and just to get acclimated to the area. And Magna wants to meet Negan, and he's like, well, when I come back, if you want to see him, I'll let you see him. So Magna doesn't trust Rick in the group. She feels that there's something bad going on here. Again, so you get to see the preparations between Carl and Rick leave, so they're leaving to the hilltop, so Carl can get settled in and get ready for his new job there. And you get to see this cool moment between father and son that you don't always get to see in these types of books. And Carl somewhat has this girlfriend. She gave him a letter, and he hasn't read it yet. And it was great to see Rick in this issue really find out what is going on with this girl. He teases her, going, "Oh, I want to hear this letter from this girlfriend. Who's your girlfriend?" And this and that. And eventually, Carl spills the beans. So great moments there. You got to really read it to get it, to really appreciate what happens. It's really neat to see the main artery trail here in this issue too, because you see all these guardsmen here. They're protecting the pathway to the different communities, and as time went along, you saw guards, but then in a little while there wasn't a guard around, and then all of a sudden you get to see the zombies appear. So then the zombies appear, and Rick starts going to town on the zombies, and I'm sitting there going, dude, Rick still got moves. I mean, he's got a bum leg. He can't really move that well based off of the last couple of issues, but when it came to fighting, he still had it in here, to fight. He used a Tyrese thing with the axe and everything, no gun if necessary, but he was getting tired, he was getting winded, and Carl had to save the day here. So a few moments later, you wind up coming across this guard, and the guard comes up and he's like, "Rick, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And this is a personality that you have never seen from Rick before. And he flips out on this guard. He sits there and he goes, he asked the guy, he's like, "Were you not paying attention to your post?" And he sits there and goes, "Yes, I was, but I didn't see anything. Everything was clear." And Rick flips out. He goes, "So you're going to lie to me now?" And it's like, oh my God, he's like crazy man all of a sudden. Shit I've never seen from Rick Grimes before. He starts beating on the guy. He starts hitting him with his cane. He threatens him with his job. This is stuff that he's never seen before. Now, there's a reason why he may be like this. It's because he doesn't want to lose everything that they have built up. So he's really on edge about maybe just one mistake could fuck everything up. So maybe that's why he was so hard. Because even Carl had nothing to say about it. He was like, "Okay, well, let's go, Dad. Now he's okay." So we find out that this guard works for the Hilltop, and he has to go back to the Hilltop and report back there. So you get to see, I'm not going to talk too much into detail about this, but you get to see two guys, being stranded out here in the open, trying to run from the zombies. And then by the time you get to the end of this issue, we get to see Magna and a group lurking around in areas that they shouldn't go. And this is in the prison that Negan is being contained in. And they come across Negan. And he's going to all ditch efforts to get out. And he's saying, he just sits there and goes, "Oh, thank God you've come for me. It's horrible, these people." He's like, "You gotta hurry. They're animals." And Magna and her group are just shocked. And you gotta sit there and go, "Oh my God." And this is what I predicted. I predicted that Magna was going to come across Negan. They're going to find him. And the whole prediction will come true if they actually release Negan while Rick is gone and start causing all kinds of craziness in the community and killing people or whatever it is that's going to happen. All kinds of havoc while Rick is gone. I think it's going to happen. I'm not sure. It could be the predictable thing. But if Negan gets out and he works with this group, he's going to cause problems. This was a great issue. I think father and son moments were present here. It was great to see the bond between those two. It was great to see Rick and Negan actually have exchange words and show the hatred for each other. And then I like seeing the ending on what the outcome could possibly be and how detrimental this could all be to the community. This was a phenomenal issue. These past 3 issues of The Walking Dead have been great, and I love the direction that Robert Kirkman has been going with this. Change the appearance of the characters, introduce some new people, upgrade the civilization. Great stuff here. So guys, after reading this, I'm giving this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Really enjoyed this book. Guys, if you're not reading The Walking Dead, go out there and buy it. You can get the compendium. You can get the compendium 2, get a couple of trades, and you're right back in this. This is an addicting read. And, 127, I think, was the new jumping on point. You can even jump on from there. So, again, guys, I give this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Leave me your comments below what you thought of this particular issue. And, guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And this has been brought to you by Arizona Orangeade, the drink that refreshes and whatever quenches your thirst. So, as guys, I'll see you in the next comic book review. This is Mike Spider Slayer, signing off. Take care, guys.